Alright, boys, so this is how I went from a broke high school student with $0 to my name to now making $30,000 per month at 19. Now, I don't want to pre-frame this. What I did is nothing special at all. I did it in quite a long period of time. It took me around 2 years to get to this point. There's people pretty much doing what I do in like 2 or 3 months. So what I did is super easy to do if you have access to the right knowledge. And so what I can tell you, if I know what I know now, 2 years ago when I started out, I would be probably a millionaire now. No doubts. And so my goal with this video is if I'm able to just save someone time and kind of just have someone not go through the 2 years of pain I just went through it. I achieved my goal with this video. Because at the end of the day as well, I mean, time is the most valuable asset that we have as humans, right? And time is money. And if you're able to save it, you can make up expenditure in money. Like I was saying, if what I knew now, I knew 2 years ago, I would be no doubt at all a millionaire at this point. Now, but where did this all actually start? So what I can tell you, 2020, I was a average boy, right? I was about I'm 19 now, 2020, I was around 15 or 16. I was just average. I mean, I was just like gaming the entire day. I had online friends. I didn't have any kind of really in-person friends because I was just like always super antisocial for some reason. I don't know why. But I mean, I was gaming the entire day. I was just like, I don't want to say live life, but it was pretty fun at that time. Just every day when it was like the lockdown, it was quarantine, so I couldn't do anything else. I was playing Rainbow Six, I was playing Minecraft on like city build servers. I was just like playing GTA and just like stuff like that with all my online friends. At some point, though, I think I just got kind of fed up with it. I'm not sure what it was, but the kind of repetitive way of living life is something I just didn't enjoy. And it's also what we'll like kind of cover here in a bit. But I was never the person that kind of could live the same life for a long period of time. If there's something that is very repetitive to me, I get bored very, very quickly, right? And so what I also always kind of hated about the 9 to 5 kind of route, even when I was kind of a broke average teen, I always kind of knew that I wanted to kind of do my own thing, but I just didn't know what it would be. I just like knew like I'll start a business eventually, but I just kind of didn't know what it was really about, right? And so I mean, I continued to game like every day, 12 hours a day, literally minimum. I was always like we had online classes. I used to like game literally in the back of of it. It was pretty funny actually. I used to have my iPad here, my computer here. I used to be a PC gamer, and just game while classes, right? Now did this for a while. Like I was saying, I mean, it kind of just got boring eventually. So I kind of knew that there had to be more to life. Gaming is fun, but it just get boring at some point. If you game every day for like a year straight, it gets boring, right? So what I kind of started to do is take a step back from gaming because I mean I was saying I didn't have really any friends in person, so I was just like chilling in my room the entire day scrolling TikTok, which wasn't really that much better. But one day, and this was pretty one of the biggest turning points in my life, is I came across this one page. It was and so I like really clearly remember it was this one Instagram page called at the successors page. I just tried to like look it up here. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore, or just like the name was changed or something. Whatever happened to it, right? Which is kind of sad, but it was pretty much just a kind of motivational kind of page on Instagram, kind of motivational quotes and just kind of like self-improvement stuff, pretty much, right? And I don't know what it was, but I was like hooked immediately. I was like, oh shit, you can actually like level up in life. Like this is actually fun. Kind of looked into it, just kind of followed this page, kind of like used to look at a post. And one day I actually this was in I think 2021. This is like in the start of 2021. I actually like maybe March or something. Something I don't, I'm not sure. I don't really quite remember. But I used to actually DM'd that page. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm a 16-year-old student right now. Like, everybody's kind of going into college. I'm not really sure if I kind of want to do this. Like, I'm not sure what I want to do with my life, right? Now, it was like some Indian running that page, right? Nothing against Indians. And he was like, yeah, just follow your passion. And back then, I didn't even know what the word passion even meant. Because at least you had to go to Google Translate, put German in here and like English there and kind of put in passion. I was like, oh shit. I mean, I don't even know. Like back then, I used to be very into kind of downhill biking, MTB, mountain bikes, and stuff like that. I was like, maybe that's my passion. But I also stopped that shortly after. So that wasn't really my passion. Really fast forward, I didn't really do anything with that. I just kind of like ignored it. And eventually I followed a bunch of different pages, same kind of niche, kind of make money online, self-improvement, stuff like that, right? And there was this one post where it says like top 3 business models to start if you're young, right? Was I think affiliate marketing, dropshipping, and freelancing or something, right? So affiliate marketing, I just picked that for some reason. I don't know why I kind of went into that. I just like randomly picked that. I don't even know. I bought a course. Actually, I bought a course for like $7. Kind of started learning it. Didn't really learn anything. Then I bought the kind of higher ticket thing, which was I think 2 grand or something. Kind of the next level of the course. Bought it, learned it. I mean, fast forward, like affiliate marketing was pretty fun to do. I had my own account. I actually had like 70,000 followers there or so on TikTok, which was pretty crazy. I was like 16 or something. I also had an IG, which has like, I think like 1,000 or 2,000 followers back then, nothing crazy. That was pretty fun. I used to like record videos. I used to kind of make content. I really enjoyed that. And I didn't really make that much money. I think I made altogether in 2021 with affiliate marketing, I think I made like 500 to $1,000. So not that much. And I mean, back here, I mean, I actually kind of slipped back into the gaming habit with my old friends. I used to game till like, I think like 10 p.m. every night. And from 10 p.m. onwards, like 12, I used to like just make content. I don't know why, but I was, even at such a young age, I was very, very disciplined when it comes to doing something. If there's something I want to do, I actually dedicated time to it. And
Save this video for
the thing is
reference.
very interesting because with school, for example, I used to be a shitty student. I was terrible at school. I didn't do any homework. I didn't do anything pretty much. So me being out of discipline at such a young age actually surprises me now, looking back at this, right? Because I wasn't the kind of disciplined person in other areas of my life, which was pretty interesting. Business was just something that was kind of in me that I from a young age, pretty much. So yeah, this was kind of pretty much affiliate marketing in 2020 on. Made like $500, nothing too crazy. Now, the next year, in 2022, actually, I got into NFTs and crypto. NFTs, I'm sure like everybody knows it. Like there's like fucking pictures of apes for like they go for 100 grand. And the way I actually got into this is actually one of my when I'm still was doing affiliate marketing, one of my affiliate marketing friends actually stopped posting. I was like, bro, what's going on, man? You stopped posting. I was like, yeah, I'm actually like flipping NFTs now. It's going great. I was like flipping NFTs. Like, what the fuck is that? Looked into it, educate myself. That shit was so difficult to learn looking back now. I mean, that shit was like super, super difficult to actually learn. Like, it was really hard actually. I couldn't understand how people would pay 100 grand for a picture of an ape. I was like, what the fuck? So, so my first flip was I think like a picture of like a bear or something. It was like for $300, which was aight. Didn't really make much profit because I bought it for $300, sold it for like 350 or something, nothing too crazy. But then I had this one NFT, which was I think called the potatoes, and I actually flipped it for 1,000 profit. I actually got to mint it for free. Back then, when I was I think 16 or 17, that was so much money to me. I was like, what the fuck? I'm rich now. That was so crazy. And nowadays I make that per day, per day pretty much. Flip potatoes for 0.64. That's about $1,000. Not bad for a free mint. Back then, that was so crazy to me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is so much money actually. And so, all of the money I actually like made from there, I actually then put that into crypto, and then actually kind of like cashed that out, and I just gave it to my mom. So, remember when I was kind of like talking about I bought the affiliate marketing course for like 2 grand. All that money I kind of like saved up 2 grand pretty much at that point, and I all give it back to my mom, just kind of give it back to her, and just kind of say thank you in a sense. Right? It was pretty much one of the best times of my life. I felt on top of the world, and I was super super just grateful. That kind of concluded the end of the NFT thing for me because after that, kind of went into a bear market. I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. So now we went to SMMA, summer, August of 2022. I vividly remember that. I was sitting outside here. I'm actually back home. I was in Dubai like for a month or so. I just came back yesterday. I was sitting outside on the table outside and just watching YouTube videos the entire day, trying to figure this out, just learn this thing. I just watched this one. Really just drain myself in information. Now, I did this for about a month. I was like, what the fuck? I'm just like watching videos. I'm not doing anything. I just like I watched the videos for a month straight, didn't make any money at all. I was like what the fuck am I doing? And this was also around the same time that I got into self-improvement quite a lot. I used to watch Hamza quite a lot. I used to kind of really meditate every day, wake up at 5 a.m., go for a run, go to the gym. Like I was dialed in. Like up at 6 a.m., go to sleep at 8 p.m., right? I was very dialed in. But this really threw me off a lot because I'm making a business, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. I didn't quite understand that. So I was still kind of doing all the self-improvement things, but I didn't realize that they don't really can bring me there. That there's I don't want to say that there's no benefit to doing them because there is. Meditating is beneficial, quite beneficial actually. But the way I was doing was just very not beneficial. I used to like really take like an hour or two to meditate, which was not it. Now, I don't want to mention any names here, but I mean everybody learned from the same person at the start. So the first really 4 months of my SMMA journey with my first SMMA, I had I think at this point like three or four different SMMAs. And so I mean I used to like watch all these courses. I used to have three different courses. I used to like watch them. Didn't really learn anything. The main problem you have with the course is you get the information, but also like 10,000, 30,000, how big the course is, however big the course is, 30,000 people get the same information as you. So what happens is if you do the same thing as 30,000 other people, you're competing with 30,000 other people, which is very, very detrimental to your progress because you're just kind of, it's just literally impossible to make money at that point. If there's a gym owner somewhere, they get one message, the same message by like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 other people. I mean, how do you expect to make money then? Right? So you cannot be doing the same things that everybody else. I did that for about 4 months till December 2022. I think I made like 300 or 400 bucks, something like that, and had to give the client a refund. Right? I tried all sorts of niches. I tried e-com, I tried gyms, I tried construction companies. I tried everything, and nothing really seemed to work because I just couldn't really talk to any market specifically. This was one of the huge mistakes I did, just trying to sell to everybody. And the main reason why I did that is because I just didn't have any guidance. Going back to the start, where I was saying, if I can just save you some time with all this, this is my goal. I achieved my goal with this. So the number one mistake I did is just trying to sell to everybody. So 4 months making no money at all. That was pretty much one of the toughest lives in my life. I used to be still in school back then. I used to come back to school from like 8:15 to like maybe 2 or 3 p.m. Come back to school, take sales calls. Even I used to even take sales calls in school. It was pretty crazy actually. Do cold calls the entire day. I used to do like $150 per day, starting at 3, and businesses shut down at like 5 or 6 in Germany. So bang out 100, 150 cold calls in 2, 3 hours, just take sales calls. That was pretty much my life for 4 months straight. And it was super, super difficult. I mean, I struggled a lot. This was, I think, that was one of the closest times in my life that I actually started to really hate life. Because I mean, it was really miserable. I was putting all this work in, getting nothing out. I was like, is this even worth it? This was, I think, December of 2022 was one of the times I was ready to give up. Actually, it was the first time. But I think one of the things that always kept me going, the reason I'm able to do this now, is I don't know what it is in my life, or about me, but if there's something I want, deeply, deeply want, whether it's money, whether it's love, whatever it is, right? I will not stop until I have it. It is just something built into me. I'm not a quitter. I don't know what it is. It is currently the 27th of August 2022. I'm literally in the process of starting my agency, and I got no idea who's gonna see this, and I actually don't even know why I'm actually recording this. Been into it like for 1.5 weeks, and I've been really grinding out the course, the Imangaji course, the agency navigator. Like, I'm really hungry. I'm really like, I'm in it to succeed. This is not like a 1 week, 2 week, 1 month thing. This is like a long term business model. I'm not sure if everybody's like that, but if I want something so much, I just won't give up until I have it. I don't know what it is in my life, but it's just very strange. It's not even just business; it's in everything. So that's just something that served me very well. Just being able to never give up if I really want something. And that was the same thing with affiliate marketing. Actually, I used to make like no money for like 6 months straight. Used to post content every day, make maybe one sale. I think I made like 25 bucks in 6 months, right? From one sale. But I just didn't give up. I don't know. I just had the mindset that you need to give things time. So that served me very well. Now, obviously, 4 months till December made no money at all. And then January of 2023, then I made a big shift. So what I did actually is I went from selling to everybody to online, right, taking Zoom calls and stuff like that, to actually starting to do in-person sales. This was a huge shift. What happened there is I think I hit a 10K month in my first month of doing this. What I used to do is just call businesses. Like I still used to do every single niche. Like I used to do every niche and I used to do every service. I used to sometimes build websites for people. Then I used to run Facebook ads to get more business. Then I used to run Facebook ads to get more employees. So I mean, I did everything. But what I did is call businesses in my local town and just cold call them, tell them, hey, I can like get more jobs for you, I can get more employees for you, stuff like that, right? Cold call them, set my own appointments in person. You should turn up to the business and just sell them there. That worked pretty well. Now the funny thing is actually, I actually had my dad drive me over to all my appointments. This was like super funny, just having your dad just turn up as well. This was a very fun phase of my life because this was really the first step of me becoming the person I want to be. Just I was 17 at that time. I was 17, making I think between 8 to 10K a month. I don't quite remember what it was now, but this was pretty much my dream life. I kind of lived it there. Now that didn't really last very long because I think I did like 10K or 8K for 1 month, and the next month I did like 5K. Now and it's kind of like faded out and kind of like dropped down to like zero eventually. Reason is obviously if you work locally, you're limited by the amount of people you can sell to. So I just ran out of leaders eventually and just didn't have any money to sell to anymore, right? So that's the only downside. It can work if you want to make money at the start, but don't expect this to be kind of a long-term thing because you will fade out essentially or run out of leads eventually. Except if you live like in London or something where there's like 60 million people living there, fair enough. My town has like 30,000 people. But if you want to make money quick and you're kind of starting out and you have no experience at all, try to do in-person appointments if you live in bigger towns. That's super valuable. And of course, the second thing here is pick one niche and stick to it. This is one thing that is so basic and everybody should do and everybody knows it nowadays, but I just didn't back then. I mean, I did this then here, right? Did in-person sales for like a month, like, or 2-3 months. Did it then, faded out, and then I eventually transitioned into a online agency again, right? I used to kind of TikTok kind of creatives. This was like a complete disaster, right? I mean, I did this for like maybe like 4 months as well. Made like almost no money. So it used to be kind of like a short form content agency. Now I did it completely wrong. Good thing is, for this step, I did actually had some guidance, but the person that was just guiding me just didn't was just kind of wrong because he did what I did in the e-com niche. I went into the SaaS niche, which was just not suitable for what I have to offer. So I just didn't have any product market fit, which I didn't realize because I was just like not the. I just didn't have the kind of outside thinking back then. Spent like 4 months just selling something that people don't want. So I obviously didn't really make much money. Then pretty much here we're at 2024. So like this is like December 2023. I made like $20,000 to $30,000 in that 1 year, which is almost like nothing for a business. And I actually ended the year with like almost no money in my account because I spent the TikTok agency was like so bad with profit margins. I used to like sign people on for $3,000 per month retainers, but that was like a profit margin of like maybe 30% or something. It's like very bad. And I even had like no employees at all. It was just me fulfilling the service, and I still kind of had a terrible profit margin. I'm literally about to run out of money. I think I have like 1.5K to my name right now, and literally nothing else. 1.8 at max. Yeah, ended the year with pretty much no money in my account. So I was like, what the fuck? This needs to change. This is really bad. This is really bad. I've been doing this for like about over a year now. I'm still broke. Like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, fuck this, man. I am going into a monk mode. Fuck this. I'm going away. I'm locking in. So what I did is I went to my vacation home in Poland. It's somewhere in the woods. It's like completely isolated. It's like there's nothing there pretty much. It's just a lake, it's a house, nothing there. Locked in there for a month. And what I did there is first of all I switched niches. I completely reinvented myself and I just became a new entire person. So I'm just set up my home base here. It's gonna be my workstation. So that's what it looks like. Here's my book, Reality Transurfing. This is I'm gonna spend most of my time probably. I got my things also here, my visualizations, and yeah, it's really like it's very calm here. I'm gonna go for a quick run now because I yet have to do some, what is it? Some I work out, I have to do deep work and a fulfillment. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And so looking back now, that was one of the craziest times of my life. Because I mean, you have to imagine what my day used to look like. I used to wake up at I think 7 or 8 a.m. Wake up. This was in the cold winter, like January, February of 2023. Cold as fuck, right? Wake up, meditate, hit the gym, work from I think from 12 till like whatever till like 12 a.m. So like pretty much a 12-hour workday. I used to even do a online job. I used to cold call for other companies as well. And so I used to go back, get home at 12, cold call for 3 hours straight, then work on my own agency and just really work 24/7. I used to do nothing else besides work. I did that for about a month, right? I used to like just went away from it for a month. And even convincing my parents to even allow me to go there was just so difficult because I mean, I was making no money. So they're like, man, like you're not making any money. Like, what do you want to do there in Poland alone, all by yourself? So it was pretty hard to convince them, but I managed to do it. But also, one thing I'm so grateful for is that Marco just won't let loose. This guy is so tenacious. He will never let loose. If he wants something, he will get it. It's so insane. This man is so fucking insane. Like, it does not matter how long it's gonna take. Marco is going to fucking get it. Let's fucking go, man. And back then I was actually in the painting niche, so like painting businesses, so painters. Now that niche didn't really work out because I just didn't really had a right offer, which I also didn't really knew back then. And so I think I ended up the month with like doing maybe like 1 or 2 grand in revenue. I didn't really sign anybody. Looking back now, I know exactly why, because I didn't really had a good offer. But obviously at the point I didn't really knew that. So I came back, just logged in at my house then, at home, and all of a sudden I get sick. I get really, really sick. I'm not sure why that happened, but I used to, like, long story short, I used to shit blood like 5, 6 times a day, like blood, like really, really bad. I used to have terrible stomach aches. I'm really, really sick. And so what I do is I go to the hospital, right? And I get this diagnosed with, I have some like disease with my gut. I have some sickness. It's called ulcerative colitis, which is pretty much just like your gut is kind of in a very, very bad state. It's inflamed. It's just like not very in a good state. And so this was like also like a very, very low point of my life. I was at this point, I was also ready to give up. I was, have to imagine, you work for pretty much like 1.5 year. You work every day in and day out, no days off, every single day for no money at all, essentially. And then you go into a fucking really depressed state because you're just obviously sick and like, you can't do shit. And I remember waking up at night just to like terrible stomach aches and just like very, very bad time of my life. I really vividly remember this was in March or April 2024 this year. I sat there on my chair. I was like hooked up to the like infusion thing on my arm. I was like have a needle on my arm. I was like looking out the window. I was like, bro, is this really it, man? Is this like how this is gonna end? Like it was really sad. But as I was saying, I never give up. Right now is pure hell. It's pure agony. It's pure pain. It's yeah, like for the past 18 months to be honest. And I'm so close to giving up. But I know, like, I just won't let it happen. Like, I never give up. Going zero right now for my future self. And he's made it, so he can complete this edit. I don't know when it's gonna be. Could be next week, could be in 2 years, man. But I know I will make it sooner or later because I never give up. I just never give up. Yeah, man, just complete this video and win. So what I do is I get out of hospital, I go off the medicines, I take care of myself, right diet, right exercise, right everything. I build myself back up. I'm good now. This is like June, July. I'm good now. What I do is I get a mentor. And this is when my life changed. What you have to imagine, I run an SMMA I ran multiple SMMAs for 2 years straight. I make no money or almost no money at all because either I just don't know what I'm doing, I have the wrong guidance, or I just sell something people don't want. But I decided, man, this can't keep going on. Like, I want to make money with this. Like what the fuck? I need to actually make this work now, else I'm gonna have to get a job here soon. So what I do is me still being kind of in a, I guess I was kind of on drugs because I was like using medicine, right? So like very, very bad. I decided to get a mentor. And this is really when my life changed, right? So what I do is first of all, I get on the call with the mentor. He tells me, hey man, switch niche, sell this offer, do this outreach, boom, and you'll be at 10K a month within the first 30 days. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, can it be that quick? Like, does it work like that? I was like, what? This was like so weird to me because what you have to imagine, I experienced 2 years of extremely, extremely, extremely slow progress. And he tells me, yeah, man, like do this and this and this, and you'll be at 10K a month in the first 30 days. So I'm like, okay, interesting. Let me just try this. Right. Now, I didn't hit 10K a month in the first 30 days, and so I hit my first 5K month, I think in August, or no, it was September. So 5K a month in September, and then a 30K month in October. So I go from 5K to 30K in 30 days. And so what I can tell you, me going from a point where I'm doing no money at all, straight pain, a painful existence, to now living my dream life, which I'll cover here in a second, right, is really down to having the right guidance. Now, this is not me trying to sell anything to you, but the most important point with anything in life, and I think this is a life lesson for me, this is like something I will keep in my heart forever now, is whenever you're new at something, don't have an ego. You're new to something, you don't know shit about it. Get some guidance, get someone to teach you the way, get someone who already did what you want to do, and get them to mentor you, to teach you, to show you how it's done. Because if you're not, and that's something I learned, and it took me 2 years to learn this, if you're trying to figure out something on your own, it will take you 10 times longer than if you had a mentor, if you had someone just show you how it's done, and if you had the right guidance. Now, the key thing is the right guidance. As I was saying before, I had someone teach me the SD TikTok agency, but it just was the wrong fit. It was the wrong product market fit. Now, I'm very convinced that like what I know now, if I knew that 2 years ago when I started out, I would be at 200 grand per month right now. I'd be a millionaire at this point. And so, yeah, I mean, this is kind of like how it went. Now I'm able to like live my dream life. I'm making $30,000 per month right now, minimum. I just came from Dubai. I spent there a month. I was before that. I was in Greece with a lot of guys. Greece also was one of my very, very big turning points because that was the first time I was actually exposed to this life. Because before that, I was traveling already. I was like in Finland. I was in Poland. I was just traveling already. But Greece was really the first time I met other entrepreneurs, like really like I was there with like 10 other guys making more numbers than me, right? We sat at a huge villa with like 10 bedrooms, and we just like lived life. This was pretty much one of the, I would say, most eye-opening moments in my entire life. And I think this was also like a very, very huge factor to really my fast progress at that point. Like literally a few months before that, I was like broke, and I agreed to really accelerate myself even more. And the main reason is because, first of all, you change environments. If you're in the same environment as you were for the past 2 years, like I was mainly, right? You see the same things every day. You have the same information exposure because you don't get new information into your life. If you change your environment, especially if you also meet new people as well, those people give you new ideas and you just learn more. And it's just exponential. I mean, I met one of my very good friends now. I'm literally about to like start a business with him. And I met this guy like 2 months ago. So yeah, the amount of relationships you build there and the amount of network you kind of gain there is like super, super important. I made connections there that would probably make me hundreds of thousands, if not millions, throughout my career. So yeah, that's how I'm able to do it. I went to Greece there. I stayed there for like 10 days or something. Lived life. I went to Dubai after that. Literally, I mean, Dubai is pricey as fuck. I think I spent about like 15 grand for a month of staying there, which is pretty crazy. But I'm literally living my dream life right now because I'll be going to Cape Town in January. I'll be going to Dubai after that. It's a dream. Having access to money is such a nice thing. My phone was broken. I was in Dubai. I just bought a new phone. I just got an iPhone 16. I bought new AirPod Maxes that I just always wanted, but I just could never get them because I was just like broke. It's just small things like that that just I don't want to say like money kind of makes you happy like this, but having access to money makes you happy to an extent because it allows you to just not worry about that part of your life. I mean, also in terms of experiences, I mean, we went on yachts, we got jet skis, we went to nice dinners, we bought nice clothes. It's just like, this is what I wanted from the start. And it's now real after 2 years of pain and just nothing pretty much. 2 years of nothing for eternity now, till I die, of just wealth and pleasure. And one key mindset here I want to give everybody that watch this video is you can make money quick, right? It took me so long because I just didn't have any guidance. You can make money extremely quickly if you do it right. And how you do it right is by having someone who actually teaches you the right ways and your willingness to get rid of your ego temporarily and really listen to somebody that actually has done what you want to do. Kind of end this video off here. I don't want to kind of plug my mentorship now because I know that it seems super salesy. I do have a mentorship. If I'm not going to plug it here, but if you want to kind of learn more about it, just text me on Instagram and we'll drop the link below. I don't want to kind of talk about it that much because I want to make this more about really my story here. But if I can just leave with one thing as well, get the right guidance. Get someone who has done what you want to do and get them to guide you. And even have my core message right here that I just wrote before I started this video. It took me so long to figure this shit out because I did not have guidance or a mentor. If I knew what I know now 2 years ago, I would probably be a millionaire already. Time is the most valuable asset we have. I can save you 2 years of trial and error by giving you what I know when you start, so you don't have to learn it yourself, right? So, and even my next chapters here is I'll be probably scaling to 6 figures per month in the next 3 months. And I'll hit a millionaire status eventually, which I think I'll hit in 2025, which I'm pretty excited for. So, yeah, millionaire status in probably 2025. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I'm pretty excited for what life has to offer me and what I'm able to kind of achieve here. I'm very convinced I'll be a billionaire eventually. I'm very, very convinced that I will be because there's no reason not to. I have the skills I need to. I know how to sell. I know how to influence people. So I'm very, very confident I will. So, like I was saying before, if you want to save yourself, trial and error, just text me on Instagram. I'll leave the link below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.